Good morning, YouTube. This your boy Roy, and today we're going to be attempting to build my first PC. This is a $500 bill, so maybe just a little over. But starting off with the case, we got the DIY PC Gamerstorm keyboard and mouse, wireless keyboard and mouse. I forgot what company, iRock, I think. A couple case fans, a Fantech exhaust fan. For the motherboard, I went with the Gigabyte B85M Gaming 3. And the reason why I went with this motherboard, for number one, it was cheap. Number two, for the processor that I got, they made this motherboard to where you can overclock this specific Intel chip, and we'll get to that. For the power supply, I have the EVGA 500B certified bronze 500 watt power supply. Getting down here to the chip, the CPU. The reason why I like Intel is this is one of the reasons why I like Intel. Besides the fact that it's a way better product, but for the 20 years they've been in business, they came out with this chip, and it is the G3 258 anniversary 20th year anniversary edition. And what they did was they took a Pentium chip, dual core Pentium chip with 2 threads, and they just basically unlocked it for the customer, turned this thing into a monster. Do your research. If all you building is a gaming PC, then this may be all that you need. But I'm gonna try to see if I can overclock it. The goal is 4.8 gigahertz stable. That's what the goal is. And even if you overclock this thing, the heat sink that it comes with is more than enough for it. Even though we have another heatsink, aftermarket heatsink for it, this motherboard will not allow you to overclock the power past 1.2 volts. So that's the reason why, excuse me, it's made the way it's made, and that's the reason why this thing can be overclocked. I've seen to 4.8 gigahertz and still use the included fan and heatsink that came with it. So even though it's overclockable, it's still energy efficient. And that's with all Intel products versus AMD chipsets. Moving along. For the CPU cooler, we have a low profile Fantex PHTC12L6. And you'll see why I chose it, because the whole build is based around a black and white build. And the heatsink on here is powder coated black, and the fan is black and white. This EVGA right here was the backplate for the GeForce GTX 750 Ti. That's the graphics card that we went with. And you fellas have to understand that, don't look at what somebody else have and try to make your build off of that. Figure out what you want out of your system, and that's how you build it. I just wanted to game in 10, max settings, 1080p, and this card can help you achieve that along with this processor. So that's the CPU. We went with the HyperX, the Fury HyperX 8 gigabyte kit in white. And since I'm only going to be playing 1 or 2 games at the most, I went ahead and put an SSD in this build. You can come out $50 cheaper just by swapping out the SSD for the HHD. So you can save about around $40-50 right there. So these are the components to this build. I'm waiting on the LED light kit to come in. I'm going to show you this case. Real nice case for budget builds. I don't know why more people don't use it, but that's the components, people. So without further ado, let's start building. Now for the case, I'm going with, like I said, the DIY PC Gamerstorm. And I think this is a great case. It's a mini micro ATX case. There's not room for expanding physically, but if you're just doing a budget build, you're gonna see that this is a real nice case. This is the case unboxed. You see that oh, it's upside down. This is the case that's unboxed. See, in front we have a vent for a fan, smooth all the way to the top. You have your headphone jack, USB, power, reset, fan, button. You have another grill for another exhaust fan. I bought this case off of Newegg, and I only paid $35 for it. And it has a window, tinted, but I mean, you know. And here's the back. So that's the case that we're going to be building with. And like I said, this is the DIY PC Gamerstorm in white. It comes with 2 blue LED fans, which I thought was cheesy. So this whole build is going to be black and white build. So we're going to prep this case and get ready to install the motherboard. Well, here we have the case prepped for building. It comes with the hardware for mounting all the stuff. You see we got the standoffs already put on for the motherboard. Excuse me. These are the cheesy fans it came with. They light up blue LED, but we're going to be removing those and putting our own fans off in here. Even the one for the front. You know, we're going to remove the blue LEDs and we'll put white LEDs. So that's the case prepped for building. The only thing that and I mean, well, I ain't gonna say the only thing that I don't like. I really would wish it would have had some grommets, but you know, I would have paid extra, you know, for that. But I'm gonna try to look and see if I can find some. But this is a great case. A lot of people, there's not a lot of reviews on this case, and people who do review it, oh man, for what it's worth, you know, 35 bucks. I've never built a computer before, but to me, this is a nice case. So let me start on the motherboard, and I'll get back with you. Like I said, it's my first PC build, so the case wasn't fully broken down until now. I removed the front LED fan, the back LED fan, the top and front fascia. Now this is the bare bones right here, and it's all metal. It's all metal. The face plates were plastic, but that's expected. But this is the case. This is a nice case for $35, guys. You can't beat that. All right, let's prep the motherboard. Like I said, we're going with the Gigabyte B85 Gaming 3 Intel motherboard. Before you start to prep your motherboard, I see this a lot. They want you to discharge any static that you may have, and the way that you can do that is by touching something metal like this case. You know, making sure your skin come in contact with something metal. Or if that's not good enough for you, you can take a long piece of wire, strip both ends, wrap one end around your leg, your ankle, and then one around any metal surface, and you'll be grounded. You don't have to spend the money for a weight ankle strap. But anyway, let's prep the motherboard.